Yo.
What is up, sucker mother lovers? How y'all doing, sucker mother lovers? Boy, these I had to do the same thing every time, because every episode I'm just kind of like for real, this is really happening in real life. So of course it starts off with K. Michelle showing, singing Mimi her song that she wrote for her. She was like, I mean, you got to remember that, I basically ain't got no filter. I'm going to say it how it is when it is. And so that's exactly what she did. But I kind of like that song a little bit. Like, I feel like a lot of women need to hear it. Because it was crazy. Because as she's singing the song, she pretty much is kind of low-key, like, going in on Mimi. Like, I was with you for 12 years and you don't want to do nothing. All you want to do is, it's one thing to kind of think stuff is going on. But when somebody else kind of put it in your face, like, yeah, you kind of looking like Boo Boo the Fool. Shit really get real. Damn. Did Carly manager really fly all the way to her to check her about Benzino? He was like, look, and I mean, I get it, because at the end of the day, when you're trying to build a brand, it's kind of like, of course, I'm going to use Beyonce, whatever. But it's kind of like when Beyonce was trying to build her brand as Beyonce, her father was very particular about what she did, who she dated, even, on the outskirts of Solange. That's why Solange, well, from what was said, that's why Solange ended up getting married, because they didn't want the family name to look bad. So it's kind of like one of those things where they trying to do all this stuff to make whatever. So anyway, back to the whole point. He was like, look, man, Zeno has pissed off a lot of people. First of all, I didn't even know that, T, and so I don't really want you mingling with him, because, which is true, they see that that's your man. Nine times out of 10, birds of a feather, they usually flock. Nobody really want to work with you either. But it was kind of like, I mean, it sucks, because he was like, I mean, you're going to have to decide what you're going to choose. Is it going to be your man, or is it going to be your career? I mean, damn, like, how crazy is that, to where you have to decide, like, you have finally found somebody, and then you find out some shit's in it like that. It's kind of like, what I'm going to do. Cold game. He loves me. Shut up, Carly. He love you. Oh, Lord. And so now Rosaline, and, she's recording her music. I really never understood anything she was saying, but I'm not supposed to. It's fine. But she's recording her music, and then here come, Ike. He walks in, and he's like, let me holler at you for a second. What you doing? You don't think you're going to sit here and do something without me and I don't know about it? I was like, God damn. Like, and she's right. Like, he's really just trying to control her. Like, I own you. Actually, no, you really don't. And she's finally, like, saying, look, we gonna get out this contract. And it was crazy, because when he said, nah, man, like, I know what the problem is. We just really need to stop doing it. And she was like, I mean, really? You gonna be able to stop doing all of this? No, I don't think so. So, whatever. But then she was like, well, I need to get out this contract, because we can't keep doing this or whatever. He was like, nah. I own you. You getting out this contract, girl. Then he goes back and he flips it. He's like, no, you a good artist. I don't want to get rid of you. Is that why not? For real? But she made it clear she was not going back to the script club ever again, Phoebe. I just felt like in a minute he was going to be like, I'm going to fire your ass. I don't know. He just really gave me Ike. So is Kirk wrong or right for being upset about Rashida going to meet with another manager? He has the right to feel betrayed, but does he have the right to really say that he's questioning her love? Like, y'all are married. So you going to really question her love by a decision she made? Do y'all feel like that was a little bit drastic? I'm just curious. Did she use a clean towel to wipe herself? Is she going to fold that towel after she's done and put it with the rest of the clean laundry? I need to know for future references, just in case I ever ended up at their house and they gave me my bath towel and my face towel. I need to just know not to use that black towel. That's all. Man, let me tell y'all something. Real talk, for real, like, I know it's TV and all that stuff, but Benzino, he really, like, you can tell. Even when he was talking to Stevie last episode, even when Stevie was talking about Carly, did y'all notice how Benzino was kind of looking at him like, look, dog, like, don't play with my woman. And it was like this episode, like, he really, really, really does care and has love for her. It's kind of crazy. And I know that they've taped over, months of time, but I felt like it was like in a week or two. Like, I felt like they was living a Lebanese life. A lot of my Lebanese friends, they meet, they get together, they living together and got a checking account together. So it just kind of seemed like the same thing to me real fast. I was like, what is going on? And she was like, oh, this is for me, Ike. Are we ready for that? And it was crazy, because usually that's the other way around, but Then when she flips, I feel like she needs to have a filter. Like, I don't, like, for me, I'm not going to say, if somebody comes back and tell me something that's negative about, you know, who I'm dating, I don't know if I'm going to necessarily go back to them and tell them all of what was said or word for word. I mean, he said that you trifling, I shouldn't be with you. He said that basically you a non-mother-sucking factor. I'm sorry. Well, with all due respect, Carla, who are you with your old ass? I mean, you ain't even got no career. Like, I mean, you ain't doing too good yourself. I was like, oh, did y'all just go in on each other real fast? Truth hurts though. And he was like, I mean, straight up, you need to make a decision. Like, you gonna let somebody else run your life of he say, she say stuff? Or are you gonna do this? Like, I'm showing you who I am. So it's kind of tough. It's a tough situation. But then he proved himself real fast when he got her that big old meeting with the one and only Tamar's husband / Lady Gaga's manager. My manager that just flew down here. What you doing? Don't worry, I'll wait. Exactly. So whatever you thinking about being, at the end of the day, he got connections out the mother sucker. So boom, boom, pow. She's going in the studio. I don't know, and maybe I'm wrong, but this is the thing. Like, I'm not going to step over an opportunity of love, you know, for the industry. Now, maybe my mentality will change. I don't think that it is, because how I am and the values that I have, you know, I love what I do. I love entertaining. I love traveling. I love that about my life. However, like, if my love life is on, you know, if it's on some type of rocky roads, I'm going to do what I have to do to fix that. You know what I'm saying? The career, the entertainment world, the industry, it's going to be there. You know, and so for me, I'm like, do you choose love over the industry? What happens when you make it and then you're lonely? You know, it's so many people out there in the world that they got so much money. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, they still unhappy. Like, I still don't know the story, but the Tennessee Titans guy that just killed himself last night or yesterday, yesterday or day before yesterday, you know, he literally drove to his high school and killed himself. Like, I'm sorry, I'll try to remember to post the link below to that story, but it's like this guy had, you know, millions of dollars, you know, and you just never, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, and I'm not saying that love would have made it better, but it's just, it's so sad to me, because I'm like, so many people have all this money and they're alone. Like, I would prefer to be broke and happy as opposed to rich and lonely, you know, and miserable. Like, no, absolutely not. But that's me. Some people, they want to do anything for the industry, and I don't know, but that's not how I want my life to be. Side note, Carly lashes was real old and crumbly. They look like somebody, like she had like put her face over some steam and they crumbled up on her eye. She need to get rid of them. And then Benzino cried. I was like, what is going on? Didn't they just meet last episode? They need to say 3 weeks later or something. I need something. Oh, Lord. So Stevie J decided to sing another song, you know, for Mimi. And she's just kind of sitting there. And she's like, And he's pretty much, I got a song for this lady, you know, special lady in my life. You ugly. You a liar. You a cheater. I don't want you. It's kind of like, wait, excuse me. I'm sorry. Is this song supposed to be for me? And I so agree with her. It's kind of like, really? Is this the lyrics you chose? Like, out of all the lyrics in the whole wide world, all the world words, this is the ones you chose? Really? I can't get jiggy with that at all. Not even a little bit. Arguing, fussing, fighting, I'm cheating on you. Ooh, ooh. I think that the problem with a lot of people is that they feel that talking to someone or, you know, starting over will fix things. But unless you get to the actual problem, stuff is not going to be fixed. And at the end of the day, she keeps saying, well, we're not going to talk unless you go to therapy. Okay, he can sit through therapy and then he can BS you all through therapy. And then guess what? As soon as he walks out the door, he's going to be with Jocelyn. So you got to understand that somebody, if they really want to change, it's going to happen because they want to change, not because they're going to therapy. Sometimes therapy don't always fix things. I'm just saying. Was it me, or like she was talking to him but she didn't have no voice? She was just, I'm so mad. I want to bust Jocelyn in the face. I want to crack your teeth open. And then she looks away and she's crying. And I swear it was a scene out of One Life to Live, because he's rubbing her face and I want to say thinner. And then they're looking out into nowhere. And then it's like, scene. Okay, let's go home. I was like, what is this? This is a little bit too dramatical for a reality show. Like, really, you just crying and looking out to nowhere. And I know I do it sometimes too, but it was, her hands was just even like this. Like, she was just looking. and crying. Like nobody was moving, nothing. It was weird. Like it was like a picture time. I was confused. I guess Scrappy liked to wear glasses with his booze because they always like, where y'all getting all these big old glasses from? And he talking to Bucky. I'm sorry, I'm not calling you Shay. I mean, what you gonna do? Like Bucky, he's up there talking to her about everything. He's like, man, you know, what I'm gonna do is give her a lump sum of money. Biatch, please. Like, really, you gonna give her a lump sum of money, but you took the couches out the house? Really? Why not leave the couches? Really? Like, you failed, like, all the way around. Yeah, and he was talking about that it was editing that did this. No, everybody watch you say, so you got me on that child support? Yeah, no. This is nothing that editing could do. That came out of your mouth. Nobody asked you to say it. Was this jewelry rented for the show? I'm just asking. I'm just trying to figure out if that's just his old jewelry from back in the day, but it looked like the new jewelry. So I'm like, where you getting money from? He's still getting residuals? Was I the only one that said Dezanne when K. Michelle was meeting with the football player and they showed her whole body? Because usually we only see the top, and I was like, she seemed so petite. Like, I knew she had a butt, but I didn't realize that she was that thick. Like, I was like, is that all of her? I was like, is the camera trick? What is that? She is extremely thick from the waist down. Like, I was like, OMG, like, that's a lot. It was crazy because as she was sitting with the football player in the I Dream of Jeannie bar, like, she had a Cardi moment. Like, remember when Carly was talking to me? You know, she got that little voice. She was talking to the dude like that too. She was like, I mean, I like your lips. I mean, I don't know, you kind of alright. I don't know. I was like, really? Like, talk up. Deep in your voice. Put a little man in there. Like, what? Shut up. Oh. But he was cute though. I like his little dimple. He had a dimple that went from here to here. Did y'all notice? It was cute. Did she lunge on him like a rabbit when they started kissing? Oh boy, I need the unedited version of everything, and I need to start going to their website and watching like the extended footage, because I don't ever watch that stuff. I need to start though. Did she tell him to lick her lips, lick his lips like LL? LL do it, lick your lips. I thought I told like a guy that in like high school. No, that was middle school. My bad. It was middle school. K. Michelle really needs to put everything she says on a t-shirt. She said, I don't care if you dribble a ball or you play with your balls. Like, what? But I love her sayings. I was saying mall. I would. It was so funny because in therapy, like they're talking, and that therapist, he was low-key messy or whatever. Mimi was like, I mean, I'm saying like, he's a liar. She just called you a liar. I was not expecting Stevie J to say that he wasn't in love with her anymore, but I was like, it's about time that he's finally being real, so she understands where she stands in his life. Real talk. Oh look, did he say that she turned up pregnant? And it was so funny because right when she said that, right when Stevie J said that, I was thinking, so what happened? Did you just accidentally touch her on her shoulder? Back in the day when kids used to think that if you touch somebody, then that's how you got pregnant. It was kind of like that. Like, really? Y'all just bumped into each other and y'all got each other pregnant? So, is Jocelyn someone that you love? No. Do you love Jocelyn?
I mean, I think like I got love for her. I mean, I don't love her like that. Like, I mean, I don't love them all. I mean, I like love her, but we cool. You know what I'm saying? We cool.
Wait a minute. So there were other women? Oh, shit. Oh, but the best thing about it all is when he said, why does men cheat? It's because women let them. So it was like, Mimi, half of this is your fault too. Boom. That's true tea. Real true tea. Everything we do comes from something else. That's another thing. I had no idea that Stevie J's mother was not in his life. I felt like that solved everything. That made it clear why he disrespected women the way he did. Like, now we got it clear. And he was like, I mean, I don't want to talk about it. But I felt like that's when we really, I don't know if his real name is Steven or Steve, but that's when we really saw him. When he was like, I mean, no, I don't want to see her. Because he really despises this woman. Like, you left us. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, thank God that he had his father, but that's sad. That's sad for anybody, you know? And the therapist was right. Like, you had to have wondered sometime in your life, who is your mother? Where is she? How is she? You know? It was crazy because as Stevie was like, I don't want to talk about it. You were abandoned. You were abandoned. Abandoned.
So I don't talk about it much.
I was like, therapist. He said he don't really want to talk about it. The therapist was just kind of pulling it out of him. I was like, stop it. It's hurting him. But real talk, that has to be like pretty tough. But ooh, the next episode, oh my God. Joseline pops Stevie J. It's about to be on and popping. It's just too much. I'm ready. Y'all ready? Anyway, second mother lovers, as always, this video is long enough. And I'm out. Stevie, I love you.
Man, I don't love them hoes.